And there we go again. Welcome here to the jDL Season 3 Balkan Bears Corleone versus Bananas in Pajamas, BIP versus BBC. I love those two teams. The Romanians versus, and I don't even know where the other guys are coming from. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they're from Croatia, but I'm not sure if they're 100% Croatian. Like, Balkan Bears, they are pretty much like a stack of MMR based players. Yep, and as you know, HeflaTV is like friends with Balkan Bears, so we really like to watch these guys and how they progress. They have been pretty far in the Gigabyte Challenge, but unfortunately they were facing Hihi United, and their pushing strategy in the best of one format did not get through, and therefore, well, but either way, welcome. My name is HeflaMok here, you're on HeflaTV 1, and I'm sorry for shifting around the channels. Like, we have huge problems today with the schedule. A lot of games have been postponed, have been cancelled, whatsoever, and the Compass Gaming game on HeflaTV 2 has not ended in time, which means we had to put it on HeflaTV 1, so I really hope everybody is finding the games you want to watch, and I'm not alone this time. I think Benji is with me. Say hello.
Hey, I am here.
Then welcome, Benji. And yeah, let's hop into the draft and let's see what we got.
Well, we've got the pub strat coming out from Balkan Bears, as they've got that Faceless Void Witch Doctor. I'm certain that anyone who's played any amount of MMR has gone up against that kind of strat at least once, and if you can get those two ultimates off, it hurts a lot. On the other side, you've got the Tide Hunter Death Prophet coming out from those two, again, very strong teamfight heroes. The Death Prophet coming in with the pushing, the Tide Hunter securing that teamfight, and now we're going into that second ban stage.
Yep, absolutely. Second message is coming through. The first pick there is already the Tinker, so no Tinkerino. On this other side, we have the guy with the huge, long fissures, and look at Balkan Bears. Like, I mean, this is already too obvious, right? I mean, Faceless Void, Witch Doctor, get that Chrono up, and the Death Ward right inside, maybe even with the Maledict, even though the Voodoo Restoration build is a bit more popular at the moment. But even on the other side, we have a Death Prophet, like, means a lot of pushing potential, as well as, of course, those nasty little ghosts that you really don't want to face in a fight, because especially supports, they are just getting wrecked by those. Like, if you're the only target around the Death Prophet, they just, I don't know, they just really, they mangle you within just seconds. The Titan, of course, Big Fat Ravage, and now, yes, I like it. Necro is coming out. I love this. This is going to be a Necro mid. Abaddon right after. Whoa, this is a really exotic draft. I love it.
Yeah, those last two picks. Right before those last two picks, Balkan Bears, they were, playing rather standard, Faceless Void. Witch Doctor's not quite as popular, but the Necro and Abaddon really shows that they want to play very defensive. Abaddon is brilliant at keeping people alive, brilliant at just ensuring that at least one person will be available in that team fight with his huge amount of heals and his shield he can do to stop any amount of stuns and slows. On the other side, we've got the Shadow Shaman being picked up, working together with that Death Prophet, huge amounts of push potential, and Bananas in Pajamas, they're going TI4 finals kind of style.
Yep, definitely. And I mean, the Abaddon we actually had yesterday when I was with Coucher, or even when I was alone, we had two Abaddons we casted, and this hero is just sick. Like, if he gets proper XP together, it's just, I don't know, the healing potential coming out by this guy. He's not just annoying, he is also one of those supports who can tank pretty much in the front lines, get a lot of AoE damage on the people, because like everybody, like the Aphotic Shield is most likely on someone who's, who's getting focused, and they mostly explode. It's a lot of damage, mostly people underestimate it. His ultimate makes him really tanky in such a manner, and a smart Abaddon is really tanking with it, also not using it on the last call. Pretty much they use it quite earlier, especially when they're under focus, because they end up with full HP. But it's more important is that he actually removes a lot of stuff. So if the timing is right, he can remove the shackles, the hex, the gush from the Tide Hunter, as well as the silence from the Death Prophet, and that definitely helps. Just imagine the case where a Faceless Void is just time walking in and getting instant silent or instant hexed or anything like that, then bam, the Abaddon just putting the Aphotic Shield up, and bam, that was it, pretty much. He still gets his Chrono through, unless there is an instant disable right after the Aphotic Shield, which is very unlikely because we talk about milliseconds here.
Now, I do like this pick coming out from Bananas Pajamas with Luna, as Luna has kind of fallen off in this current meta due to how aggressive and how pushing orientated it's turned into. But with BBC basically picking up that Necro and the Abaddon, it means that they're saying that they don't want to push. They don't want to go for that early game. They want to maybe start winning this in the mid-game and possibly even take it all the way to the late game with their defensive, sustained-based lineup. And Luna does really well in those kinds of games. She's there, Bananas Pajamas, basically their ability in the late game to carry this as the Glaives are also pretty good at pushing as well.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, the Glaives are actually nice pushing and counter-pushing tool as such, especially if the Luna has like some nice damage value, plus then later even a Manta up like those Glaives. The most nasty Glaives are pretty much those Glaives coming out when a tier 3 falls, because then you got 4 buildings, like those small little buildings between tier 3 and tier 4. They make it so horrible for everyone just standing there in range. Once those 2 buildings are down, then it's okay-ish, but still, we saw so many times supports just getting snacked away before they could even cast anything, just because there were dozens of Glaives, and that was even without, for example, a Shadow Demon creating even more illusions, which many teams still utilize. To be honest, if they want to go for a solo core here, or let's say we count the Death Prophet as a pushing core here as well, a Death Prophet could still do the race here. Offlane Tidehunter mid Death Prophet and 2 supports here for the Luna in a safe lane would absolutely work.
Yep, now I will say that BBC, with their last pick being a Jakiro, their lanes are going to be a bit weird, as they don't really have that standard mid-hero that you generally see. As obviously the Faceless Void, he can go in the off lane, but the rest of the lanes are a little bit non-standard, so to say.
And someone is asking, can someone ask the other caster, did he organize the Dota tourney? Did you organize something like that?
I don't think I did. Sadly, no. I've only organized 1 tournament. It wasn't in Dota.
No, okay. Yeah, because HeflaTV, we are just really a caster community. We are not actually doing tournaments. We are just bringing all the tournaments to you. Hopefully to your enjoyment. Either way, Jakiro and Enchantress is coming out as the 5th picks. We is gonna pick up the Jakiro. That means we have a mid Jakiro again.
Well, that actually can pretty work against a Death Prophet. A lot of harassment and a lot of tower push. Very overlooked by a lot of teams. That tower push coming out from the Liquid Fire. It's effectively guaranteed ticks, a guaranteed destruction, as we do have the customary pause at the beginning of the game. You can't have a game of Dota without it.
Standard pause always has to be, but it's fine because we have the time now to actually introduce the teams and maybe even interact a bit with our Twitch chat, which is of course like my second eye is always a bit on the chat as much as I can, because viewers, I like to communicate with our viewers. Either way, we're gonna look at BBC really fast. We have of course on a Jakiro, our candidate for the mid. Solitude playing the Abaddon, Haki on the Faceless Void. Patrino is gonna take the Necro, and wait, what else did we have? Jakiro was the last one, Necro was the 3rd one. We had Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is missing. He was the 2nd pick, and yeah, Senigata is gonna play him. So let's see what we got on the dire side.
Well, on the dire side, we've got the Luna being played by Farm With Me. Very nice name for a carry. NZV playing on the Death Prophet, probably going to be going mid. X and Grey on that Shadow Shaman. Shiva on the Enchantress. And PFF -- smiley face on that Tidehunter, probably going on the off lane.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know, for BIP we have, I don't know, pretty conservative laning, unless they make it a solo Tidehunter top and a aggressive try. That could be an option, but let's see. To be honest, I'm really curious how the Jakiro is gonna do in mid against the Stun and NZV, but I don't know, like, they're asking for a go, they say we are ready, so let's go get into that game. The laning is gonna be up in just a second, and we also can a bit analyze who got what. Abaddon is picking up the sentries. We have both the wards. Actually, no, Necro got one, and Senigata gets the other one. Also, Courier now being bought, and there we got it. What kind of Courier do we have? Oh yeah, it's this awesome, like this mad chest, the one that's eating your items. I love this one. Just check it out. It's just awesome. I really want this one. What do we got on the other side? The boring one. I got this one. This ugly love rabbit.
Yeah, it's cute, but at the same time, the chest is a little bit awesome.
Yeah,
reminds
the chest
me
is
of
awesome.
The chest from Terry Pratchett. That rinse windows. Pretty awesome stuff.
the names of the casters. It's not Heflamoke and the random guy. This is Benji. Benji is from the UK, and you can check him out as well. And like below the stream, you have all the casters of HeflaTV, and it is Benji. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna add him in the stream title as well, so you guys know exactly who it is. But yeah, he came unexpected from the other game in here because I've been alone all day long. Either way, some warding is already coming out here by Shiva. Like, at least some jungle warding. This century taken out the big camp. We have... Oh, actually, this is pretty interesting. Wait, this is not even Shiva's ward. This is just a ward against the Enchantress, because they really go for this aggressive try here. Okay, I did not expect this coming out, but this is a really smart ward by BBC, because they expect the Enchantress to take the big creeps here, and of course there's a bit more vision, so they know exactly what's going on. Now there's another observer ward, but I don't know, he has no sentry, so he can't really detect it. In the mid, I don't know how long Senigata is staying here, but let's see, maybe they want to make some sort of rotation first in the mid, getting Wii fast down. There's also another observer ward directly behind the tower here, spotting out Haki and whatever is going behind it, which of course makes it a lot easier for those guys to maybe rotate in, because they know exactly what's going on. And now, look at top. This is of course nasty, like Hostopper Aura, spect here on Patrino, but he just go for that harass and doesn't have to fear anything.
Yeah, but we do see that. It's going to be interesting to see which one of these two heroes are the ones going to be picking up the farm. Probably going to be the Necro. Although Abaddon's one of those heroes that can do with a little bit of farm themselves. Definitely worthwhile getting items on him if you can be able to spare the gold. But either way, this offlane is going to be pretty standard for Tidehunter. They don't really have a kill combo, but he can't really take them down with the Anchor Smash himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Anchor Smash as such is just preventing, of course, the right clicks, but I mean, the Necro should still get here and there some harassing, and of course the Hostopper Aura is permanently ticking on it. So now we already have the first little aggression here, but I don't know, the Luna can't really do anything, and not on that level. Of course the first point went into Luna Blessing, and now at some point he's gonna start harassing with the Lucent Beam, but I don't know, it kind of depends. We already have 1 point in backtrack in there by Haki, and well, let's see where this goes. At the moment we have a little Satire here going for that mana burn on the Void, but they have to be careful because he's really low. And that creep already giving some nice XP and whatnot if he dies. In the mid, I don't know, we have a rotation maybe soon coming out by the Enchantress. Now having a new Centaur Conqueror, that could actually be quite dangerous for Wii. He has no point yet in the Ice Path, and that makes him kind of vulnerable against like potential ganks from the side.
Yep, I will say I do like this aggressive trying coming out from Bananas and Pajamas, as we do see that BBC, they kind of gave themselves a weird laning stage, and BIP knows that they can counter that, and with Enchantress being in the enemy jungle, it means she can gank this mid a lot easier. There's no kind of trying to rotate or go up through the high ground. She's already there, she's already ready, and she's just waiting for that Jakiro to go out of position.
Yep, and I think they're going. There we have it, the stun. The stun is actually gonna land. We definitely have one Crit Swarm hitting, but if that's enough, yeah, it will be enough. The Crit Swarm is gonna take that first blood. It took the Enchantress almost 3 minutes to decide finally to go in, but now it's actually happening. But here, oh, Haki, he's gonna get shackled pretty much soon, and there will be a second Lucent Beam level 2 available. I don't know if that's enough. He might backtrack it, but no, it's not even coming out. So in the end, yep, Haki also getting driven out by those two ranged heroes, and the first blood in mid as well. I don't know, the laning stage not too optimal at the moment. At least they tried to apply some pressure now on the Tidehunter. He had to eat through all his tangos already, so I don't know. The right clicks, okay, with the Anchor Smash, not too strong, but as I said, Heartstopper Aura, it is a very nasty thing, and the range is just nuts. The range is just insane. All you have to do is really just stay in range between the enemy hero and your creep wave, and that way you can do so much damage over time.
Yeah, because he's just going to keep getting harassed, and now he's got no more regen. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up the farm that he's been getting. Mostly just going to be there for the levels, and it's always painful as an off-laner or a solo laner to be forced this far back this early on in just a 1 versus 2 situation.
And we have a smoke here by the Enchantress. I wonder where this one is going. It's not with a stun, but oh my god, this haste rune. This haste rune could actually be exactly what he needs. That's the biggest problem. Now We have a Zeta Tormentor coming from the back, so that's Crypt Swarm. No, actually no Crypt Swarm available, but oh, we going for the harass on, I don't know, with this Haste Rune. Where's the Shockwave? A second Shockwave will come through. Maybe now the mana is almost there for a Crypt Swarm. So Crypt Swarm coming out, Shockwave. It's still enough. He has 150 HP, but with a Haste Rune now, Enchantress though has to be careful. Is there? Yeah, the Liquid Fire should finish him off. Nice play here by Wii, and yeah, still kiting. Oh, the second Shockwave missed. So in the end, Solitude is definitely gonna heal up Wii. It's not enough for a kill here on the Death Prophet, even though it was really close with only 300 HP. But yeah, nicely played in the end. I know, they secured the first blood here on Wii, but then again, this play, yeah, gave Jakir, yeah, the little advantage back. Oh, but look, there's a go on the Luna. One more hit is required. They just get that kill, and now with some lucky bashes, maybe they can even dive that. There is another time walk in 5 seconds, but they decide to not go. And as I said, we have a Voodoo Restoration build, and you just saw how powerful that is. The healing, it is just nuts. Yeah, and the mana efficiency as well.
Absolutely crucial picking up the kill there on Luna. As Luna was mostly getting the free farm that she needs to get into that heavy carry game, as it looks like they're going in again.
And they're going, yeah. Oh, the casket unfortunately bouncing back to the creeps, and no lucky bashes. There would be Ether Shock soon. Yep, it's actually coming out, as well as the Lucent Beam on the Witch Dog, but this is all just enough to do some harass, and that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, the Witch Dog doesn't have a stick, because with the stick he would have gotten a lot of mana back, and that might have secured him, I don't know, another round of maybe aggressive tower diving with the Voodoo Restoration. But, I mean, they achieved exactly what they want to achieve. They got a kill, and they're going back, maybe even doing pulls. The only thing they have to be careful, though, there is an Enchantress smoked in their own jungle, especially the Witch Dog has to be careful. But no, he's not gonna make that turn to north. So either way, they still, the Faceless Void got some space, he got some XP, he's almost level 6, and that's exactly what he needs. The same goes for Necro. Necro almost level 6, and then with the ultimate, it's really strong. Like, I'm big fan of Necro. Like, I think these two are like my most favorite heroes, Tinker and Necro. I just love those. And the funny thing is, I always said they need to get into pro scene. Like, for Tinker it actually happened, and Necro, I love that BBC is taking that step.
As I do think that right there, Enchantress just realised that he's invis, as he kind of saw his own creeps getting body blocked right then. Isn't going to matter, as Faceless Void is going to break it anyway to get some more last hits. Now, interesting enough, compared to a lot of Faceless Voids we've seen more recently, this Faceless Void is going to need farm. He is going to need to get farmed up, because the rest of BBC, they don't really have that late game carry potential.
Yep, and in the mid we, with the aggressive Jakiro in the mid, actually got the tower earlier down than the Death Prophet coming up with his exorcism, and now we're gonna see what Balkan Bears is always trying to do. Once one tower is down, we is gonna swap into another lane, which saw us against He already, and now this is really dangerous because the Titan doesn't have Ravage yet. He's already getting all the harass. He had to buy a new set of tangos. To be honest, I think, like, instead of a new set of tangos, maybe Health Ring would have been interesting. But now, do we have an Ice Path or something? No, not really coming. But we is gonna start spamming this top tower, and I don't know, if BIP doesn't rotate, then at some point it's gonna be really bad for them, because in theory they definitely have a better push. But let's see. Haki is trying to do something here. Does he get the creep? Unfortunately no bashes. Where are the bashes? He really wants it, but the rotations are coming in. There's a rainbow of rotations, but unfortunately no one to slow, no one to stun. That's the problem. But there's the chrono. There's two people. There we have the death pulse. That's at least one kill on the Luna, or is it? Yeah, nice bash. And now they're gonna chase Grey down here. Yep, with the mist coil. This is one. There is unfortunately no mana for another time walk. And top we have we just getting the tower as well. So this is 2 kills, tower defended and tower down. Definitely an awesome trade for Balkan Bears at the moment.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now is that if you were to look at these two teams in the drafting stage, you would say that Bananas and Pajamas would be the team who would be coming together sooner, going for that aggressive play, while BBC is the more defensive lineup. But right now, we're seeing the complete opposite, where Bananas and Pajamas, they're just staying in their lanes, and they've got good team fight, they've got good pushing ability, they're just not using it at the moment, and BBC are taking full advantage.
It's because Jakiro mid is just coming much earlier online. That's the big problem. Because look at the Rasta. The Rasta is the one who is like the biggest pusher on BIP's side, but he's level 4. So he's far away from getting those Master Serpent wards up. The Luna, first you're gonna go for, of course, Lucent Beam and a Luna Blessing, till he goes into Glaives and can really clear out fast things, things fast this way around. English today. But either way, that takes a while, and I don't know, now with the Tidehunter having Ravage, that might actually be something interesting. But the problem is also the mid was pretty much lost. After that first blood, I don't know, the Death Prophet doing not that well against the Jakiro, and after they fed the Enchantress kill, I don't know, like he never managed even to do significant damage with that Exorcism, the first Exorcism. But oh, there's Luna's ultimate is coming out, but Haki still chasing her. There's a lot of damage. Mist Coil, and the damage of the Liquid Fire, it's not quite enough. 50 damage was left over there. Crit Swarm is coming in from the side, but also Jakiro doing so. Look at this damage. Like just the breath plus the Liquid Fire is taken away, I don't know, approximately 200, 300 HP from a player alone. And let's see, do they want to go for more? A Chrono would be there. Death Ward not available because he doesn't have mana. That's the biggest problem at the moment. Like the Witch Dog doesn't have mana, but of course with the Chrono setup, the awesome thing would be Chrono on a Tidehunter and not having to deal with that Ravage. That would be pretty much sick. And let's see if they go for it. At the moment, the Necro actually, they just bought him a TP, but is he coming bottom lane? That's the question. It doesn't look like it at the moment.
Yeah, now Death Prophet. The interesting thing is that she's only got that level 1 ultimate at the moment, and that's actually pretty huge at this point in the game, considering the fact that Exorcism is one of those few ultimates that get so much better at level 2.
Yeah.
And that ultimate is also a pretty nice Faceless Void counter, because she doesn't mind if she's chronosphered up.
Look at it, the tower. It's just getting, I don't know, step by step. Now is in deny range. Do they get the deny? Yes, they actually get the deny, and there's the Tidehunter Chrono, and with that they have pretty much, yeah, they can keep on going for that tier 2 tower, or maybe even for more fight, because they don't have to fear that Ravage, and now you see it, and it's so nice also that range, the Liquid Fire hitting not just the heroes next to it, also the tower. It's pretty awesome. Like, Wee has also, like, I don't know how often we practice the Jakiro, but he has a nice timing on it, I have to say. He managed to get that Liquid Fire every time up, and yeah, look at the tower. There's no cliff available, it's still on cooldown for another 15 seconds, so give that a second tower. That is Tidehunter plus 2 towers. You couldn't go for a better trade. But now I think it's time to go back, but as I know, Balkan Bears, they are known for sometimes overcommitting a bit, so maybe they're not going back, but actually V is already leading the retreat army here.
Now, some people in chat are talking about general gold in general, and after all of those towers going down and the small kill lead they've managed to gain, they're currently 6k ahead of Bananas Pajamas right now, which is absolutely huge. Only 12 minutes in, that's 500 gold per minute this game has been going on, and they want to continue pushing. They want more.
Yep, but this is pretty much what BBC wants. Like, they want that early experience gold lead. Experience, of course, will be not so significant. I mean, those 4 kills lead, of course, it helps and everything. But the problem is if you stick together as 5 or 4 all the time, then experience will always be significantly lower. Now, look at it, they just go for a slow siege again here on that tier 2 tower. Just with 1 second Liquid Fire, we are already talking about 300 damage gone on that tower. And another Liquid Fire, 600 damage. Look at this. This is the power of Liquid Fire, but now I think we're gonna see a Ravage pretty much soon. There's an Ice Path, but the Ravage still casts. 3 people are hit. V is gonna die first. No, the mech is gonna save him. 4 now. Do they turn around? Maybe here on him. There is the Necro ulti being used, and oh, we still getting just kiting here. There's an Ice Path, maybe. Yeah, he's getting stunned. Also slowed. Still surviving. I can't even believe that. Maybe now he's TPing out, and now they have to turn the entire thing around. There is no ultimate on the Abaddon. I was wondering last time already, but he does not play with the ultimate. But in the meantime, in the mid, there's still some fight going on. Unfortunately, Luna surviving with 20 HP, but now we have to go here on NZV. He was shortly healed by the Exorcism, but then again, he still goes down, and, well, can you imagine this? Balkan Bears did not lose anyone here. Now they go for the Enchantress, but 3 points in Unstoppable. That is pretty much cancer for each and every Void out there.
Yeah, but it makes him practically unstoppable against that Void. It's reducing initiation coming back in, but they just don't have any way to follow up on this.
Oh,
the Tide's gonna go down.
Oh, he's actually getting down, but oh, Void, this is a bit Time Walk out. Does he have a TP? He doesn't have a TP, but he's getting healed up. Voodoo Restoration. He's all in range. Look at the HP gain. This is just sick. The problem is Witch Dog is now out of mana, and he has to wait for the next Time Walk. The next Time Walk is up in 5 seconds, and then he should be out of this like little misery position. It's an awkward position. And he's saying hello to Roshan. Yep.
As we do see that Faceless Void, as in it's only 40 minutes of the game, but he's doing a lot of damage early on, as the majority of Bananas and Pajamas don't have a lot of health themselves. Even the Death Prophet, she's not the tankiest of heroes early on. She more needs those other items, those Force Staff, those Yule Scepters, to really start being able to take the damage to the face.
Yep, absolutely. And oh, is there something? Is there a chrono? No, there's actually no chrono available. The Hex is going again. Oh, nice casket. It's gonna bounce between the creeps and everything, but look at it. Farm with me has to go out again. Liquid Fire alone brings him down to like 290 HP, and he has to go. The fun fact is, at the moment, the Necro is farming at the same time, and now he gets spam-plinked by his team, which is pretty funny, but he managed to get him Scepter in 15 minutes. We are talking about a Gundam Scepter in 15 minutes. Ravage is ready again in 2 seconds, which means BIP, they have to fight. But to be honest, if the next fight goes horribly wrong, this might be a deciding factor already in this game. But let's see. Oh, there's a chrono. Again on the Titan. If they get him down, there is the ultimate on him as well. That means he cannot buy back. This was a fresh ultimate here. And yeah, that means Titan is for sure 30 seconds out. That is a free push on the tier 3 tower, or maybe they rotate top for the tier 2. But whatever happens, there will be no Ravage for exactly this duration, thanks to this Arcanum Scepter on Necro. That's why I love this hero.
What's even worse than that is just simply a case of they don't even need to commit. So we do see the Void jumping in. He isn't going to be able to get that lucky bash off though.
Nope, no lucky bashes, and he has to be careful, but look at all the healing there. Death Pulse, Voodoo Restoration, Urns, Sticks, Mech. It's just healing them up, and the Luna can't really do anything. She's even getting hit, but oh, what a 5-man silence, and the Titan is back. Nice Ravage here, 3 people, and now, oi, this really hurts. The Void is already down, but Solitude tanking a lot here at the moment, and he actually gets 2 people down. Double kill for the Abaddon. Now the rest, they also have to be careful. Maybe now with the Shackle on the Abaddon, the ultimate is of course out, but oh god, the Rasta just dumping his wards, but he's going down, and now those wards will be faster dead than you can say wards. And the Abaddon getting a triple kill, and maybe with a negative urn charge, they are chasing. The shield is exploding, and last miscall, Abaddon is gonna pay for it, but wow, he had an ultra kill, and this is already the GG call. 16 or 17 minutes in, BBC with their pushing strategy, they get it through, make it a 1-0. But hold on guys, this is a best of 2 or a 2-game series rather, and we will be back for game number 2. But this one was already promising. Let's see how game 2 will, I don't know, be different, as in BIP coming up with a counter pushing strategy.
Well, I do feel that BIP could have gone for pushes themselves. They got outmaneuvered throughout this entire game. They kind of got that initial kill onto a middle, but after that, they just gave up so many kills that in reality, they shouldn't have really given up, especially on the Void and Witch Doctor getting the kill on the Luna pretty early. That was actually devastating, shutting her down.
Okay guys, that's it for game number 1. Game number 2 will be up in approximately 5 minutes. Till then, some music, some ads, and of course if you like what we do, then here follow us on our English channels HeflaTV 1 and 2, and of course HeflaMog, my stream, where we also sometimes stream games just for the reason that we need so many channels, because there are so many games. Either way, if you want news when and who and what and where and how is going online, then everything will be on Twitter and Facebook for the Russians, or for anyone from the CIS states, of course, on our VK group. And on YouTube, if you missed the games, or if you want to see an awesome game again, or want to share it with your friends, then go on our YouTube, subscribe there as well. All of that helps to support us. Either way, game number 2 will be up in a second. Be right